According to the story, Rebecca Rose was only 9 years old when she was taken from her bed. She woke up paralyzed, surrounded by strangers, and was transported to a stark, metallic room located inside a sprawling lunar facility. There, she was allegedly inducted into something called the 20 and Back program. Over several years, she underwent intense trauma-based mind control and received cybernetic enhancements designed to optimize her physiology and trigger latent psychic abilities. Once her training was finally complete, she strapped on advanced armor and stepped through an instant jump gate. She was deployed to Mars, working as a heavily armed super soldier assigned to protect a secret base from indigenous reptilian aliens. After years of brutal combat, her tour ended in a diplomatic exchange. She was sold as a tribute slave to the Draconian Empire, a reptilian species operating on the dark outer edges of the solar system. Then, her memories were wiped, her body was age regressed, and she woke up back in her childhood bed as if nothing had happened. This narrative serves as the foundation for a massive online subculture. Thousands of self-proclaimed whistleblowers and their followers insist that the 20 and Back program is a historical reality. While the claims are extreme, the impetus for their existence leads us straight to specific, measurable astronomical anomalies hiding at the very edge of our solar system. The origin of the 20 and Back narrative is wrapped in absurdity. A man named Corey Goode, who claims to be a veteran of this secret space program, is currently tied up in legal battles, suing people to copyright the story as his own intellectual property. If we step away from the internet drama, we can view these bizarre accounts through an analytical lens. These stories are modern folklore. Throughout history, humans have invented monsters to explain the things they fear. Today, society has simply updated the cast of characters. Instead of demons and magic, we tell stories about classified black budgets, memory manipulation, and breakaway space fleets. But every sprawling internet conspiracy requires a physical foundation to build on. In this case, the myth is constructed directly on top of actual, baffling data from deep space, data that astrophysicists still cannot explain. The first layer of this space conspiracy claims that an alien-built machine, spinning at incredible speeds, intentionally jammed the communication systems of NASA's New Horizons probe to hide extraterrestrial activity. Looking closely at the mission itself, we see the New Horizons spacecraft. Its objective was scientific, aiming for the outermost reaches of our solar system to gather data on regions we had never seen up close. This photograph of Neptune marks the boundary of the inner solar system. Past Neptune begins the Kuiper Belt, a massive, frozen debris field filled with cosmic fossils extending billions of miles into the dark. In 1994, astronomers monitoring this region discovered a distant object behaving strangely. It glowed and then dimmed in a highly regular, repetitive rhythm. That pattern indicated it was completing a full rotation every 5.5 hours.
By space standards, that rotation is remarkably fast. Standard physics dictates that the centrifugal force generated by spinning at that velocity should physically rip a normal icy body into pieces. The scientific community remains puzzled about how this object holds itself together. When science leaves a question unanswered, conspiracy culture often fills the void by labeling the object as a structurally reinforced alien-built machine. The next piece of the myth involves the Dark Fleet, a supposed rogue armada of human-piloted ships that operate in direct opposition to the natural flow of the solar system. The physical reality behind this claim is an enormous 30-mile-wide comet out in the Kuiper Belt, nicknamed Drac, and Drac behaves exactly like a rogue ship. This diagram illustrates prograde orbit. Almost everything out there orbits in the exact same counterclockwise direction, inherited from the spinning disk of gas that formed the planets. Drac ignores this rule. It moves in total retrograde orbit, driving backward against the flow of the solar system. Astronomers look at Drac and see a gravitational crime scene. Its path proves that massive, violent forces have disrupted the outer solar system. Internet lore takes that exact same data and translates it into evidence of secret space wars. That brings us to the ultimate conspiracy, the Draconian Empire. This is the internet's claim that a species of reptilians dominates the outer solar system from a hidden brown dwarf star. The scientific counterpart to this claim is a serious, decades-long hunt by astrophysicists for a massive, unseen world, often referred to as Planet 9 or Planet X. We have no photographs of Planet 9. The math required to explain this anomaly points to a massive object hiding in the dark. This diagram shows how the orbital paths of several distant Kuiper Belt objects stretch out and cluster toward one specific side of the map. A theoretical planet of this size could lurk out of sight, silently manipulating the gravity and orbits of everything around it. When scientists state they see strange patterns in the ice, but lack a confirmed cause, the resulting uncertainty is often filled by the conclusion that the government is hiding an alien empire. This photograph shows the frozen, battered surface of Pluto. The Kuiper Belt does not need cybernetic super soldiers to be terrifying. It is a dark, chaotic graveyard holding the violent secrets of how our solar system was born. Centuries ago, sailors drew terrifying sea monsters on the blank, unexplored edges of their maps to explain the unknown oceans. Today, we do the exact same thing with deep space. Humanity projects its most current anxieties into the darkness. We fill the gaps in our astronomical charts with stories about artificial intelligence, forced memory manipulation, and unchecked military budgets. As we send better telescopes and probes further into the dark, we have to separate gullibility from curiosity. The untamed physical universe we are actually mapping is far more challenging and far stranger than the folklore we invent.